The dragons are literally in the title for Dungeons and Dragons, but I find it kind of funny for the second day of my Monster Manual challenge, where I just flip to a random page and have to sculpt whatever it lands on, that it's a dragon on day 2. And then I just had to look up at how many monsters are in there and then how many of them are dragon. It turns out there's roughly around 500 monsters in it, and roughly around 50 of them are dragon. So a good 10th of that book is just dedicated to dragons, and I kind of love that. And this one I'm doing today is actually an ancient white dragon. And they're honestly really cool. I looked into the lore behind a few of them, and the sort of general synopsis of it is that they're sort of renowned as being the sort of most primal and savage of most of the dragons out there, because they live in such a cold environment that they have to focus purely on survival. And I think that's pretty interesting. And I was trying to incorporate that into, say, its design a bit more. I was thinking of, okay, let's incorporate some Arctic predators. Let's go for a polar bear, as well as some big cats, because they're really good solitary hunters and stuff like that. And I wanted it to also portray a lot of power and stuff along those lines. So I was trying to make it seem as if it was something oh yeah, Matt, if it pounces on you, you're dead. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be definitely in the later parts, because this is definitely a two-parter, because it's a big project. I think this part of the sculpt took me 3 hours, but I was live streaming it, so it's kind of inflated. But to get all of that done and sort of add the more elements to make it feel more elemental and ancient, that is going to be a further down line. So this is definitely going to be a multi-part project, and I am really enjoying it. And I hope any of you guys have actually noticed the fact the head crest does slightly resemble the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't know, I can't think of a white dragon without thinking of that one. Even though in the show it always had a bluish hint, so I genuinely always thought it was a blue dragon. So yeah, fun stuff. And if you do like this and want to see more of it, I am actually trying to get into the better habit of making longer form content. So if you want, please go check that out, because it would really mean a lot. I want to try and get to say 2K on one of those channels, if you know what I mean. So if you want to see more of this stuff, I'd really appreciate it if you go check all that sort of stuff out, or just stay tuned on here, because I really do like making stuff and I like sharing it with people. So if you want to see more of random stuff I make, please stay tuned and have a good day, man. Bye.